Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm going to be just doing like an intro video on how I just do my foundation routine. So if you would like to see more, just like and subscribe down below and let's get into this video. So I'm going to start off, I've already moisturized. I'm just going to prime with my mattifying primer and I am almost out of this stuff. I love it to death. So I just take a little bit and I like to warm it up in my hands first. And I mostly put it where I know that I get oily. Go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. Just to minimize some of the pores that I do have. And I do like to rub that into my hands as well to warm it up. And then I like to just press it in and then rub it just a tin. I'm going to be using a combination of the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in the shade Mahogany, and then the ColorPop No Filter Foundation in the shade Medium Dark 140. Like a base on the face, and I like to just put that on the face very lightly. So I only take like about a pump, maybe a pump and a half. Like 2 pumps of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer, which is probably too much. And I like to take like a little brush just to warm it up a little. And then I just make like 2 to 3 streaks on the face. And that's really all I need of this foundation because it's very full coverage. And if you put too much, it will look like a lot. So it's really nice and it's really good. Now I focus mostly on my foundation around like the outside of my face because I really don't have blemishes. So I don't have much to cover. Today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 25. It's medium. I like this concealer. It is a little bit on the watery side. So I do let it just dry down. Just a little bit more on the face before I start blending it out. And I do not put a lot because I don't like a lot of concealer on the face. But I like enough. Put like under the cheeks because I like a more natural look. So I let that dry just a little bit. And then I go in and I like to just spritz my face. And this is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I like to just spritz it a little. And then I go back over it just to wait for that concealer to dry. Now, if I feel like that's not enough, which usually I will just add like an extra layer. Go in with my concealer from ColorPop, and I want to say this is Medium Dark 135. I am literally almost out of this stuff, so I'm scraping it. I love it so much. So I add that. Just a little bit of it on the bottom for more of the coverage. And then I like to set my under eyes with my banana powder. It's from Makeup Revolution. It's the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. A little bit of it off and really just tap that in. Now my under eyes are like the driest, so too deep in it, but just enough. So this one here, and this is I'm gonna use to put powder on the rest of my face. And I'm going to be using a mixture of the banana powder and then my Fit Me Maybelline powder, loose finishing powder in 25. And I just brush some of the powder that I have under my eyes away. What helps me is I like to take my sponge and I like to just spritz a little bit of like any kind of setting powder on it, and I like going directly under the eyes just for a nice set of the face. What I have been using lately to bronze is my James Charles palette, and I have been using this shade right here, which is like a nice brown shade, and on my skin it's like really pretty and bronzy type, but I do have to tap off the excess because it is very pigmented. But it just bronzes the skin up so pretty, so nicely. And you don't have to add a lot because it's very pigmented. And that's another reason why I love this palette, because it's very versatile and you can use it for almost anything. So next, I'm actually going to contour my face. I'm going to be using this. This is a Wet n Wild actual contour brush. And I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette. And I'm actually just going to deepen it up a little by taking this brown shade here and this brown shade here. And I'm going to just nicely mix those together. So next we're going to just go ahead up here by the hairline just to help it look a little bit more natural. To just dip into the brush that I did use for like bronzer and everything. And I like to just mix all that together. Over it, I take the same sponge that I use for my foundation, and I do like to use the same method just by spraying it a little, tapping off any wetness, and then I like to just tap it all over. And then just let it just soak in and blend very well. So I take some more of my powder and I just like to get right under here. Next, what I would do is blush up. So for blush, I have actually been using this palette. Don't judge, it's broken. I don't really know where I got it from. To just go in, and I like to add a little bit of these three right here. 1, 2, 3. I just like all three of those on my brush, and I tap because this stuff is very pigmented, and I just like to flush it across the cheek. Go in with the same brush, or I go in the same brush that I bronzed with, or I just go in with the brush that has nothing on it but that powder, because we're going to be wiping more powder off anyways. And I like to just mix everything together. And I set my face. As it helps the liquids absorb into the skin very nicely. Like, to just go in with my little blush palette again. I love the Master Chrome highlight from Maybelline in Molten Gold. I do have the Rose Gold one, which is a lot pink on me, but this one is not. It gives me like a nice highlight of the face, and it just looks so nice and natural. That is what I really love. So I like to just swirl my brush around, and then I just tap off. It's also in the kit from Amazon, and I will also just go ahead and link that kit down below. But I love to mix my highlight in with this brush because it doesn't take it away. It literally like lets it melt into my skin, and it's so pretty. So and I like to spritz my face. And I'm going to just tap on just a little bit more of that highlight. A couple of crease shades that I used, and I used the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. I like to just go in and set one more time. And for my lips today, I'm going to be using the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss by L'Oreal. And I love that matte lip gloss over it. And I'm going to be using the High Shine Lip Gloss by Love and Beauty. I got this at Forever 21. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. If you guys like this, please like the video down below and subscribe. And I hope to see you back again. Thanks, bye.